gospel singer, record producer, actress, radio host, and mother. Please welcome to Money Making Conversation, the incredible Yolanda Adams. Come on out here, girl.
I got the black memo.
Yolanda Adams, ladies. Give it up for her now. Come on now. Woo!
I got the memo without knowing
good.
what the memo was.
Hey, girl, you traveling. You know how
See,
you know.
I had to put a little leopard in my memo.
I got a little, little white on my shoe.
Yeah, I would have been a little scared if it was leopard.
Yes.
You know.
How you doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for doing the show. Because I know you, first of all, I know you travel.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you have to put me in your schedule to do this.
But, you know, you get carte blanche.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you hear that, carte blanche, Rashawn? Now, we're going to start a little personal first on the side. My daughter, Christiana, she was on the tennis tour. She tore ACL. And now she's enrolling in the University of Houston.
Okay.
She's going to be studying mechanical engineering this fall.
Okay.
Now, you have somebody named Taylor.
Yes, I do.
And you're a graduate of Texas Southern University.
Yes,
correct?
I am.
Now, what school is she going to go to?
She is going to go to the other side of my college career. She's going to Howard.
That's what I thought.
She's going to Howard. Yeah, she's excited about it. And I'm excited about it, too. You know, I raised her to have her own way of thinking, her own way of doing things. Right. It's all based on, you know, the knowledge of God and how God empowers you to make great decisions and be a great person. And I just want her to be happy, just like you. You know, us parents, we want our kids to just be happy with whatever God empowers them to do.
And it's amazing because, you know, first of all, you're nervous. Because if you have a child, you look at TV, kids getting snatched. You know, it's just crazy how you have to just pull yourself back and allow your child to grow. Because you can just wrap your arms around them and just suffocate them. And guess what? They're out there seeing it anyway on YouTube. They're watching their phones. So they educate themselves maybe the wrong way if you don't let them grow. So when she made the decision to go east, that's a lot of miles now. What ran through your mind?
Nothing.
That easy.
Her godmother is there.
Oh,
she has aunts and uncles there.
There you go. There you go.
So, you know,
she got a support group.
I know the Capitol Police there. I know DCPD. So we're cool. I'm cool. And of course, you know, I have to buy a place, you know, somewhere. Might as well be the Ritz-Carlton.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Hey.
So I'll be
there.
So
you'll be there. You'll be there.
Every now and then. Again, I had the pleasure of being raised by well, I should say 4 amazing people, my mother, my father, my grandfather, grandmother, who really encouraged us all to be ourselves. Because I'm the oldest of 6 kids. So they encouraged us to be ourselves so much so that we all went into different directions. You know?
And then now, with you being in entertainment, but then you at Texas Southern, you studied what, radio communication?
Radio, TV journalism.
Radio, TV journalism. Now, what brought you into, okay, like, I got to ask you, how did you get discovered in the music genre?
Well, funny, I was about 13 years old when I joined the Southeast Inspirational Choir. Now, they were already a touring and recording choir before I even got there. And so by the age of 15, I was leading songs on recordings. 15. By 17, I had my first Billboard hit, My Liberty, with the choir. Yeah, you know it, yes. Yes, all right, H-Town in the house. And you know, I thought that I was just going to stay with the choir until I got my reporting job after college, and, you know, do all these great things.
So you still wasn't seeing this as anything other than a great opportunity, but not as a career?
Yeah, just a great opportunity. And then even after I left the choir and started doing solo projects with Thomas Whitfield, I was teaching school because the Channel 11 thing went away.
Right.
And so, I mean, come on, we know how corporate can happen.
Right.
And so it went away.
It was a blessing, though.
It was a total blessing because now I'm back in it.
Right.
And, you understand the ups and downs of everything. Life is like that.
Absolutely.
So you learn how to adjust. That's why I love golf so. It's a game of correction.
Absolutely.
And so when I did the thing with Thomas Whitfield, I just thought I would teach Monday through Friday, get on a plane on Friday, get back on Sunday or Monday morning to teach again, and I'd have 2 incomes. Because you know me, I'm all about
multi-income. This we're going to talk about the small business side.
Yes. So, and that's how that happened. And it all happened, God's timing is amazing.
It really is, in the sense that reason I really wanted you on the show was because of you're a true entertainer.
Yes.
First of all, this show is based in Houston, but it airs nationwide.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to galvanize and create a movement in Houston, a mindset that you can be more than what you think you are.
Oh yeah.
And I've known her long enough to know she's from Sterling High School.
Yes.
That's right here in Houston, Texas. Now.
Yeah.
I'm from Forest Brook High School.
Yeah.
Forest Brook is not even in existence anymore. It's torn down.
No.
Okay. So these are memories. We are regular people. I go to Cracker Barrel. I go to Gringos. I even go to Golden Corral. I'm gonna shock you. Subway. That's me. Because I like food. Doesn't mean you make a certain amount of money, you're supposed to stop going to places that you want to be. I go to places you go, what you doing here? Eating?
Right. Just like you.
Just like you. And when I look at what you're doing, and I look at your career, the whole radio side. Talk to us about the radio and how important that has been for your career and where you're going with it in the future.
The radio, thank you, was an answer to the prayer, and it is an answer to the prayer. That, as a single mom at the time, I was like, man, I do not want to let my life move so fast that I am not in the moment with Taylor as she has these epiphanies and these things that happen in her life.
Right.
I mean, I was there when she was cheering for the little Broncos team. I was there when she was running track. I was there, and that was important to me.
Right.
And so for me, I asked God, okay, this travel Monday through Sunday, it can't work, and I'll be a successful parent.
Right.
Because
that was important to you.
Parenting is very important to me. As a matter of fact, anyone who knows me knows that parenting for me is my number one.
Absolutely.
I am a mother first.
Yes.
I am. I'm a mother first, and I enjoy my child.
Right.
And so that was the prayer. Lord, give me something that I can be home at least from Monday to Thursday.
Right.
So that she knows that mom will always be home Monday through Thursday unless she and I have a talk and I say, hey, I got to leave on Wednesday or whatever.
Got to do this movie or this television show off schedule.
Yes, thank you, Lord. But what happened was, after praying that prayer, less than a week, our friend, attorney Ricky Anderson, called and said, hey, would you like to go into business with Radio 1? And I'm like, that fast, Lord? And I'm like, of course.
Yes,
of course, because, it answered everything.
Absolutely.
I would be home Monday through Friday. I could fly away and do everything that I needed to do. And still be that doting mom, looking at her child blossom.
Because it was so funny about that Radio 1. It was like, because I had Steve Harvey. I launched him in New York City. And Ricky came and Ricky said, who else do you think can be a star in radio? And she doesn't even know this. I went, Yolanda Adams.
Wow.
And he said, why? I said, she just has it. I don't know if you ever get a chance, listen to her morning show. Because of the fact that it's a storytelling about inspiring you to stop being regular. Step out of your box. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something, on radio, and I have to say this, because I've had a very good life. Right? I produced Monique, she won an Oscar. I produced Jamie Foxx, he's won an Oscar. Yeah. Robert Townsend, Gabrielle Union, Kim Whitley, Steve Harvey, of course. your skills on the radio, only person I've seen that comes close to what you do, only because he's funny, is Steve Harvey. That's how talented you are.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's huge.
That's because he's funny, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They don't stop. Steve Harvey funny.
Oh, my gosh.
You know,
oh my God.
But what you do, and it's kind of crazy because I'm the type of person is that, see, I believe in somebody, and I don't even have to, I just know their spirit right, and I can just break you down and say, this is what you're going to do. And watching you, it wasn't until I heard you on the radio that I became a bigger fan of you.
Thank you.
I went, my God, I just knew she was gifted, but she's telling out some stuff that I'm just engaged, and you're a talker too.
Yes.
You know, do great radio. You got to be able to talk. There's no dead air with this young lady. She got something to say. So we're going to come right back. They're telling me to go to break. We're going to come back and talk about your entrepreneurship.
Yes, we shall.
The coffee.
Yes.
And the bed and bath.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, War with Yolanda Adams live. Money Making Conversation.
Thank you.
Right back. I already told y'all she can talk now.
Yes.
I haven't answered one question on my card yet.
It's
We've already done one break.
We're family. Come on now.
But it's great because the fact that when I have a guest like you on the show, I want to be able to talk about the human side.
Yes.
And I like for people to hopefully leave this live audience or listening on the radio or watching on stream going, I didn't know that she was that type of mom. I didn't really know. You know, I didn't know she was that engaged.
Exactly.
Because all they see is glamour. They see an amazing vocalist.
Thank you.
And the thing that I really wanted you on the show was to talk about your entrepreneur side.
Yes.
And that side, a lot of people don't know about, that is growing. Because that goes back to your whole philosophy, different streams of income. When you talk about, I want to be a school teacher and a singer.
Totally.
So tell us what inspired you to, what these opportunities that came your way, and how do they connect the dots?
Well, first of all, it starts again with great parenting and great grandparenting. My father was an educator and an entrepreneur.
Right, okay.
He was involved with Amway. He was also involved with, oh my God, so many other type of entrepreneurial things that, you know, African-American men could be at that time.
Right.
And we would have discussions as we were filling orders. Now remember, I'm 11 and 12 years old.
Right.
So my dad is talking about, you know, God intended for all of us to do as much with our lives as we possibly could before we go back to heaven.
Okay, cool.
And so that included knowing that if he put 7 streams in the garden, you can have actually 7 streams of income. And I learned that at 11 and 12 years old.
Right.
So it was automatic for me to think of more than one way of sustaining myself in life when I got out of college.
Okay, so, but you have a brand now.
Yeah, I do.
Brand in social media, brand as a vocalist, author. Even, I have to say, being a mom is a brand.
Yes, it is.
So when you start looking for products that will match what you're trying to create, sustain, I should say, and also bring credibility. Because
exactly.
a lot of people offer you a lot of things that you can sign your name to. But does that match, does it have long-term relationship with you? So the coffee. Let's talk about the coffee right here.
Well, you know, my dad also said, find something that you can't live without, and chances are people can't live without it either.
Okay.
And so I love coffee.
Right.
I drink coffee in the mornings, not just to wake me up, but because I like the taste.
How many coffee drinkers we have in Bob?
Yes. Not just because I like the taste. You know, I grew up with it. You know, it was in my grandma's house, our house,
Right.
and so now it's in my house.
Right.
And I knew that it was something that I could develop because I knew the taste. It's not like, oh, somebody said, oh, hey, we want you to put your name on this coffee. I can't do that because I'm responsible for everybody that is under my voice or in my, you know, under my ministry or sees me. I'm responsible for what I put out there.
Right. And
you
so,
know?
with that being said, you got all these people, you got Starbucks, you got all this competition. How does Yolanda Adams, I'm going to put my name on some coffee and it's going to make sense to people to go purchase it? I know you have a fan base, but I know your sales are beyond your fan base.
Yes, they are.
How are you accomplishing that, this is what I'm trying to say is that, this is a classic example. Once you get into coffee, Starbucks everywhere. Why would you do that? How do you knock down that I'm going to do it anyway?
Well, first of all, you can't fear. You know, if you base your life on fear or what's already out there, and you know that God is telling you, no, you can do it better.
Right.
Because I'm not trying to reinvent coffee. I'm just trying to make coffee better. I'm not reinventing body wash and souffle.
Don't get there yet.
I made it better.
We'll go to body wash
I know, but I'm just saying. And see, I have the pleasure of having my roaster here in Texas. So it's not like I'm having to call somebody in, let's just say Dallas or Colorado or, you know, those cooler climates where people are doing it.
Right, right.
I have my roaster. It's a private family roaster here in Houston. And so I can go over to the roaster and I can say, you know what I thought about? I was in the, and this actually did happen like this. I was in the airport and I smelled this like apricot kind of, vanilla kind of stuff. Oh, we can do that for you. So we came up with our own hazelnut cookie coffee.
Oh, wow. So you have different versions.
I have different flavors, everything. I'm telling you, I am a coffee person. This is not just me saying, oh yeah, try my coffee, it's so good. No, it is me really tasting every type that we have, you know, and for those of my friends who have a caffeine sensitivity, we have decaf and all of those also. So I am very aware of what's around me. I ain't scared of Starbucks. I ain't scared of the coffee bean. I ain't scared of none of that.
She ain't scared, y'all. She ain't scared. She ain't scared. She ain't scared.
Well, I mean, let's talk about favor.
Okay.
Because favor happens in your life in every aspect of your life. If God gave me favor in music, what stops him from giving me favor in business?
There you go.
Nothing but my own imagination or limitation. And so I never thought about Starbucks when I did my coffee.
And so, with that being said, how do they get your coffee?
Oh my gosh, you can go to YolandaAdamsLive.com and it tells you everything about the coffee. It gives you these great stories, these little vignettes of how I went in, poured the coffee. I'm almost a barista.
Right.
Not quite. I need like 18 more months to become like, yeah, you know, I got that coffee down, man. You know, that way. So I have to carve out time to do that. But I am so excited. Everything in my life, and I can tell you this because you know how we live. Everything in my life I'm so excited and passionate about.
Right.
God gives us all purpose. But what are you passionate about? Are you passionate about your purpose? If you're a nurse, are you passionate about going to the hospital every day and blessing people? You know, are you passionate about helping young kids get to college? Are you passionate about it? Because the thing is, God has blessed every one of us with every tool and talent we need to succeed, but very few of us will take that leap of faith and do something. Because faith without works is dead.
And I always say, or a business plan. You better have your business plan.
But remember, a business plan is a part of the faith.
Yeah, but a lot of people forget that, though.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to do your due diligence.
That's why we got this show.
That's right.
I'm the reminder of what you forgot.
Do your due diligence.
She's faith, I'm business.
We both.
And we get.
We both.
I know, but you know, just defining the relationship here so everybody see it clean.
Don't separate it. Don't separate. No, because I think that's what the problem is.
Okay, cool.
People tend to separate faith from everything, and you cannot.
Okay,
You're
cool.
a spiritual being.
Okay, cool.
Living in a natural world.
I believe that.
You know, and what God does,
good.
I'm telling you, what God does is He gives you the plan. Like He gave me the plan for this because
Tell us about
the Simply Yolanda. Oh my gosh, I mean, it's another one of my babies, and moms in the room, you know, moms and dads in the room, you know what I mean about babies. We birth them and we look at them take a life of their own. And what happened with me is, older I got, of course, I can afford to get anything that I need. The problem is, I have 20 million people following me, all, you know, at any given time. So what happens to my fan who needs a body wash that's moisturizing now because she's over 45?
Right.
And she needs a souffle or a lotion that will stay on and then make her feel better about her skin and herself.
Right.
I developed this because of a need that I had. And then I found out after I started letting my girlfriends try it, they were like, wait a minute, I have eczema and I am noticing that my skin is a lot better. What did you put in it? Well, here's where the faith comes in with the business. A lot of times we don't ask God for business plan because we think, he's too busy, or he shouldn't be included in business. I said, what would make my product different, God? He said, I want you to add myrrh. Wow. Because myrrh is a healer. It's a rejuvenator. It's a regenerator. And so what it does is that it helps the cell turnover of the dead cells, gets rid of them, and then it adds what you need, whatever your body needs, it adds to it. And I know, there are people listening like, what does that mean? It means that you can ask God, what do I put in my business plan? What do I tell the chemist to put in my product?
Right, because you have to work with chemists.
Because you got to work with chemists. You got to know what you're doing. And so I found that, because I looked at the product with it and I looked at the product without it. I used the product with it and I used the product without it because I'm my own test dummy.
Right.
Well, I shouldn't say dummy. Test genius. Since we calling things as though they already are.
I told you she's gonna give her a round of applause.
But what I found is that even without the myrrh, it was a great product. But there's something that happened when I obeyed God and put the myrrh in. Because I use it every day. And it's not too harsh. You can actually, if you have your favorite perfume, cologne, you can actually use it on top. You can layer it on top of it.
So all this is available online?
All of it's available online.
Is it the option to go into stores with you, or are you just going to keep it online?
We are actually 60 days before we are in the store.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Well, the amazing thing about, let me just tell you a couple of notes about Yolanda and my relationship. Neighborhood Awards.
Yes.
Which is an uplifting program for small business and everyday people, and keep their spirits and let them know that they can be recognized in a successful manner. She would come every year, either perform or present. And you keep asking somebody, you want to stop because you think you're bothered. She called me one day and go, Rashawn, are you tripping?
Y'all ain't called me yet.
Y'all ain't called me yet. I said, hold on. I didn't want to bother you. This is not bother. This is part of her. This is part of her process. If you've seen anything about her today, she believes in you guys.
Yeah.
Anytime she gets an opportunity to uplift or show you the right door to open, she's going to be there for you. And I think that is why it's important that I recognize you for your greatness, your kindness, your ability to be special, and the fact that you're able to communicate it with a social and radio-wise. And I think people have found out how big of a funny person you are. You're a comedian. They've gotten that out today, because I want to show those different sides, because people will go, she's a gospel singer. When you listen to her radio show, she's going to entertain you. She's going to uplift you, and she's going to inform you. And more importantly, when you turn off the dial, she's going to make you feel good. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, they tell me to wrap up, but I don't want to wrap up because I have so much more I want to talk about. But of course, you have a radio show that's coming over here at KYD.
Yes, I have to talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Right? Let's talk about the KYD Radio Launch and all that.
Yes,
Let's talk about it.
Radio Launch next week, July 6th. We are on live. Myself,
come on now,
Marcus D. Wiley, and AV. We are back together. Full force. We are so excited. Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND? I mean, look at y'all. Look at y'all. Yeah. This right here is like amazing. Yeah. And you're forward thinking. I love being around people who think future.
Right.
Because a lot of our friends talk about what they used to do.
Right.
And who they used. Oh my gosh. I love trophies. I love monuments. I go to DC and places to see statues all the time.
Right.
But I am not going to bless you in the past.
Right. Right.
I got to bless you right now and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's just the way God works. If he wanted to have everything stop, he could have said, okay, on the 7th day, this is it. I'm done. I'm not going to even create the rest of the world. It's just me and myself, and I'm proud of myself, and that's done.
That's not going to happen.
But it's not going to happen.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday, July 6th.
5 a.m.
We have the holiday.
Absolutely.
And we know some of y'all going to Mega Fest and Essence.
Thursday.
Yes, it's Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m.
4-hour show.
4-hour show.
Yolanda Adams morning show is back in town, y'all.
Yes, it is.
Put it on your radio dial. Yolanda,
And
thank you
tell
for
all
coming
your
down.
friends.
Thank you for coming down.
Oh,
Thank you for coming down.
Anything for you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Yolanda Adams.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you all for watching Money Making Conversations. We'll be back this Monday. Best of show. Don't miss it.
Yes.